really need a specific group. It's a diversity that can become as a creative spot, a melting point, whatever you would like to call it. So also play it around with your colleagues. So this is also quite intensive because the reflection will be different if you already have your mindset regarding learning and how learning approaches might be developing. But this also works quite nice on a lower level, so even people with having a less experienced background in education. So it's not really designed to be focused on one group. It can be implemented in different ways. Therefore, I would recommend to do it first with a group you're already aware of, and within the second step you actually bring in people with different expertise, just to have it spreading around, get more complicated in a way, but it is also part of the process.
Yeah, I'm thinking of my university students at my university, and I would, right now I don't have a class to teach, but I would think it would work really well for something where you encounter problems, where there's an emphasis on solving problems or creating ideas that provide a solution for some kind of challenge or problem. Because I wouldn't say you should always just use this approach, because sometimes it's more useful to have a teacher in front and teach the theory or whatever. But because it's a rather exploratory approach, it can be really useful in a lot of settings. But I don't teach in school, but I also I work with schools, and I could also imagine, using it with pupils in secondary school or maybe even elementary, I don't know. Could also be working.
And since this is one of the tools that should be part of teaching skills, it also is quite nice to have it on a private or an individual level. So make yourself aware that by creating an atmosphere of design thinking or possibilities for design thinking, it also reflects on yourself and the way you are teaching. So every time you can repeat it, you will change it, you would adapt it, and you try to broaden it regarding certain topics. Well, I'm absolutely on your side regarding certain topics that definitely need a direct frontal teaching. So therefore it's also definitely up to the context, the class. So it's
dynamics as well. Like it's because it's group based, you have to, I think, be really not careful but aware of the dynamics within groups. If you know the students already, maybe think how you put together the groups.
Regarding the fact of groups, diversity is becoming a favorite part. So it's also quite nice too.
I just had a thought. You need to be really clear in your instructions, because you leave the groups alone basically to work, because that's what you want. I think you need to be really, really precise and clear what the groups need to do, because otherwise it'll end up in confusion. So I think that's really important.
And then we're coming back to the main point. Do it first on yourself, experience it by yourself, and then you really know how to actually handle the situation and how to bring the most important parts in a clear way